What's it all about? The testimony of John Lalley, 1996. To my family, past, present, and future. Part 1. Time to speak. Silent long enough. May forget before it's said, or worse, no one will understand. Chapter 1. 50 years past. August 1945 found me leading the cloistered life of an 18-year-old Navy recruit undergoing basic training, preparing to make a yet-to-be-determined contribution to the military. However, news spread through the camp that mushroom clouds had risen over Japan, signaling the end of World War II. A year later, I was back in college, moving between courses in cosmology and atomic physics. I soon realized the parallelism of the two disciplines, a quest for an understanding of the nature of things. Swinging between the philosopher's universe of prime matter and substantial form, and the physicist universe, then codified by the trinity of proton, electron, and neutron, I saw no communication between the two universes, no middle ground, no common ground. A growing uneasiness overtook me. Logic seemed to be on shaky ground. I sensed that the mushroom clouds had also signaled the end of philosophy, a useful tool in the evaluation of the universe and our place in it, the end of reason. After all, how could one reason with a mushroom cloud? And so it has come to pass over the past 50 years. The arrival of the atomic age marked another and perhaps the final phase of the accelerating transition from knowledge to technology, principles to findings, belief to demonstration, understanding to controlling, logic to programming, truth to information, good to useful, ends to means, pulpit to laboratory, the ultimate to the proximate, reason to reality, abstract to concrete, absolute to relative, deduction to induction, thinking to feeling, morality to legality, beings to creatures, spirit to body, God to man, order to chaos, hope to despair, life to death. How depressing, if not intolerable, it would be to view human beings, and thus oneself, as mere creatures without particular significance or purpose, other than to serve as economic chips in a universal game of probability and chance. Chapter 2. Questioning the Universe. 50 years ago, I sensed that philosophy didn't have a chance. Results, after all, were what counted. Few seemed to think or care that reason and reality could coexist and might benefit from an alliance. Lines of communications were never established, and it was necessary to choose one or the other. With some reluctance, I chose reality, physics, the only practical game in town. I needed the work. I tried to remain as close as I could to cosmology, which I felt would probably disappear. It did. I jumped into physics with interest and enthusiasm, pursuing the nature of the universe. It didn't take long to realize the futility of building greater and greater machines to smash the atom into smaller and smaller pieces in order to extract from it answers as to the origin of the universe. No way to find God with the cyclotron, the bevatron, the superconducting super collider. I reasoned that such an approach would provide no answers, just more pieces. So I concentrated on the big picture, as big as I could find, exploring a universe of natural events, a universe of where and when, a universe of self-evident space and time. I explored space and time as best I could. I soon became aware that the scale that permits us to function on the earth does not provide the best platform for enhancing one's understanding of the universe. I felt uneasy evaluating with mere microscope and telescope a universe stretching from the angstrom to the light year, from the atom to the galaxy. But push on, I did, relishing the opportunity, enjoying the challenge. The universe volunteered little, grudgingly submitted to examination, seemed unaware of my presence and unconcerned with my welfare. I felt trapped in space and time, locked in, a stranger, a sense of not belonging, an alien. I began to challenge the universe, asking questions that the Stoic universe could not answer. Why this universe? Where is the universe? Space, what is it? Could there be spacelessness? Upon reflection, the universe, with all its wonders, seemed almost trivial. Is that all there is? Chapter 3, Escaping the Universe. I dreamed of escaping from space and time, of finding a way out, a hole, of crawling through, of discovering something outside the universe of natural events, the supernatural. I reasoned there was no way to leave the universe while standing in it, no way to get out, no way to fix the supernatural by examining the natural. Then how can one encounter the supernatural? Reason tells us The act of questioning the universe exposes the supernatural within us. Nature cannot question itself. The part cannot question the whole. The question is the answer. We escape from the universe not by turning outward, but by turning inward. There is something of the supernatural within us. Call it the spirit, the soul. Our awareness of the supernatural, our idea of it, certifies it. I am sure there is a supernatural. I think there is. Therefore, there must be. I am part of it. We are all part of it. The universe is the stage on which life is played out, and we are the players. Conceptually, we can leave the stage and observe the play. We are not only players, but evaluators of our own performances. Introspection, looking at oneself. Looking at oneself, looking at oneself. And on and on. Like standing between two mirrors, viewing images of images of images. A sense of the infinite, something beyond the stage. The spirit soars within the body trapped in a universe. The spirit longing for escape, longing for freedom. Part 2. The lightened spirit, Gnomon traces. The lifeline framed in special graces. Chapter 4. Nurturing the Spirit. We are immersed in a universe of light. We cannot pursue light. It is showered upon us. We must be open to light. We must accept it. We see not things, but see by light. We know not light, but know by light. The light we trust, because we must. As light empowers the intellect, grace nurtures the spirit. Grace, the gift to the spirit, sustains the spirit. Grace brings the gift of life, the gift of reason, the gift of introspection, and the gift of time. Time to experience the virtues of the Spirit that are timeless. The virtues that give testimony to the eternal Spirit within us all, proclaiming purpose and meaning. We are immersed in a sea of grace which mirrors our spirit in the image of the source of grace, the Holy Spirit. Chapter 5. The need for special graces. The universe explodes. Galaxies separate. Stars radiate. It is a universe of increasing entropy, increasing chaos. A universe winding down. Time is running out. Yet, we occupy a place in the universe like no other known, where sunlight orders life, reversing entropy, imploding chaos to order, slowing time. A place where life ascends, achieving highest order in the human tabernacle for the transient spirit, whose placement specifies the human being. Since the fall, the spirit labors, burdened by human needs and wants. History reveals to extend order and structure permanence, with civilizations spent in hierarchical control of life itself, making necessities commodities, propelled by bestial effort, lowering the spirit into struggle and conflict. Understandably, little was accomplished, little work done by the slow life process. A few stones placed, a few blades kilned. The Testaments reveal the graces that uplift and guide the Spirit, codifying the moral conduct that brings joy to life and frees the spirit from the world. This is a special time. For the past few centuries, the wrinkled earth, with prodding, has yielded ancient stores of sun-logged fuels to fire the revolution that puts the heat to work. The global factory, so endowed, spews chaos, entropy, speeds time, producing streams of endless means, stalking a society consumed with fabricated needs. The spirit, dulled and stultified, wanders in a maze of wires and roads, occluded with images, gridlock, and din. With loss of inner peace in discontent, the spirit lacks a frame from which to judge behavior, thus loosing sin and so rejecting grace. The graceless spirit falls prey to evil, is led into a life without charity or hope, is forever locked in the universe. The descent quickens in this century, evidenced by the rising tide of chaos, the scourge of hatred, the culture of death. Now is the time for special graces. Chapter 6. A time of special graces. Granted the time to reach a point of view, to me it has become increasingly clear that this is a time of special graces. In the 19th century, as New Age fuel first gushed from Earth, as our parents' parents came to be, the Virgin Mother came to confirm the Spirit and affirm its life to be. Fallout from these and other visits since has permeated 5 generations of our family, weaving threads of continuity that link our grandparents to our grandchildren. A 150-year tapestry has formed, detailed with kindred places shared, hubs of sacramental life, fonts of mediate grace, named Immaculata, Immaculate Conception, Sacred Heart, Saint Mary, La Salette, Villa Madonna, Mary Queen of Heaven, Notre Dame, Mary Dale, Immaculate Heart of Mary. We have been prepared for that which now is here. In early summer, 4 years past, word reached us that the Virgin Mother was to visit a local site, and that she would come in the presence of light. Our initial reaction was one of hope, though such a visit seemed too much to hope for. Months of anticipation, heightened expectations. On the night foretold, the many drawn together witnessed phenomena out of known control, disrupting nature, yet subject to the eye. Such a night has thrice repeated since, dispelling doubt, reviving trust, declaring an era of intervention has arrived. Luminescent grace now cascades forth, beckoning to us from beyond the pale. It is a time of joy.